Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout of the evening is scheduled in the 130-pound catch weight division. And at this time, I need you to welcome to the cage, Tade Garcia.
Tade Garcia. That is a name that has gone throughout this family for years. She is the third Tayde Garcia, a grandma and an auntie.
Oh, we look good.
All named Tayde Garcia.
Yes.
And when you speak of this young lady, she has an interesting story because she was able to finally get into a bullet.
No, that was great.
And now she is an MMA fighter.
What about that? What a story. I mean, Garcia's fighting at Aguero's House Warriors out of Alvin, Texas, and usually fights in the flyweight division here, but you know, they had a little agreement and now fighting at catchweight at 130, so it should be exciting.
You know, you see her and she looks like a little young lady who can't eat, but she was telling us she's got some big eating habits. What did she tell us? She has some muffins she had to do right after the weigh-in.
She had about 10 muffins to eat, she said. You know, she said her hobbies. We asked her what her hobbies were other than MMA, and she said she's a foodie and she loves to eat. So yes, that's one of her hobbies. She doesn't look like it though. This is a new generation. Again, speaking about the new generation, it just keeps coming up because that's what we have here. And this is a prime example. Garcia, you know, she's 20 years old. This is her third professional fight, and in the XFC here. I mean, what an honor. It's just like fighting here. I feel jealous, but in a good way, because I also love seeing platforms like this for young talent like Garcia and Goldie.
Let's go to Ryan Nico.
And now, making her way to the red corner, make some noise for Hannah Goldy.
Hannah Goldy is no stranger to the MMA. She has been at the UFC, and now she looks at this as a redemption tour to come back and say, Hannah's not done.
That's right. You know, she says she's never been she hasn't been as relaxed in a fight for a long time. She doesn't remember. She's happy. This is her hometown. Has her child here, her child and her ex-husband supporting her. So she's in good spirits right now.
She spoke so highly about the mere fact that her son is here and how she and her ex have worked so hard together to make sure that even though things didn't work out for them, they will always work out for her son. And I love that, especially when you think of a family and how important it is. Just want to say a special hello to Grandmaster Greg Mayow of Cleveland, Ohio, a man who has taught me so much about mixed martial arts. He is, of course, a Hall of Famer, but when you speak of this young lady, she's ready.
She's ready. She's, comes from Fusion X Performance. Here, this is their hometown, with Julian Williams as her head coach, who's, trains a lot of top fighters in the sport. So I'm sure she's well prepared and ready to go at catchweight at 130. And I think this fight's going to start out. I mean, like I said, fireworks.
Ryan Nico with the introductions.
Fight fans, this cage match is scheduled in a 130-pound catch weight division. Our three judges scoring the bout cage side: Jason Granier, Jed O'Connor, and Michael Tate. Our third man in charge of the action, David Baggett. And now we introduce our fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, she enters the ring with 2 victories, only 1 defeat. At age 20, she stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. She scaled 129.4 pounds. Representing Alvin, Texas, here is Tayde Garcia. And now, fighting out of the red corner, she is a veteran of 10 professional MMA battles, 6 victories. She is 31 years old and stands at 5 feet 4 inches tall. She weighed 128.6 pounds. Representing Orlando, Florida, here is Hannah 24K Goldie. And our third man in the ring, David Baggett, gives further instruction.
There you got Hannah Goldy going up against Tade Garcia.
In the back, got any questions? Any questions? Touch club?
The lights dim over the octagon as the crowd settles into a tense, buzzing silence. Anticipation crackling in the air like static. 2 fighters stand in their corners, their eyes locked, their breath steady but purposeful. Hannah Goldy, compact and muscular with a glint of iron-willed determination in her gaze, bounces lightly on her feet, fists twitching with readiness. Across from her, Tayde Garcia, long-limbed and graceful with composed intensity, rolls her shoulders and narrows her eyes, visualizing her first strike. The bell rings and the fight begins. They close the distance quickly, the sound of their footwork tapping lightly on the canvas. Hannah makes the first move, darting in with jab that just grazes Tade's cheek. Tade responds with sharp inside leg kick that makes a satisfying crack as it lands. They circle, each reading the other, testing range and rhythm. Hannah feints low, then pops up with a crisp right cross that snaps Tade head back.
You know, is really muscular, but we'll see how that affects her cardio, because that can also affect your cardio.
Are you impressed with the defense that Tade Garcia is trying to apply?
Yes.
With her back to the cage.
Yes, what she needs to do here is circle she needs to circle so that she gets out of that position, because Goldie seemed very comfortable here with the good head positioning here, landing those knees. You hear Garcia's corner saying circle, and she's trying, but Goldie's pressure.
Goldie may have the pressure, but both women are exerting plenty of energy here. It doesn't look like there's much, but when you're tying someone up for this length of time, it can have some ill effects.
Absolutely. For Goldie, trying to hold somebody down like that and control somebody uses a lot of energy. And like I said, she's very muscular, so she's using a lot of energy. Nice knee from Goldie. So what Goldie can even do here is look at the takedown.
Is she trying to preserve energy because she's gained
Oh, nice elbow.
some weight? Yeah, that elbow was nice to come out of, but Tade is still there. Tade with the jab, trying to move in, the left and the right. But another takedown, this time by Goldie. And an opportunity for a little ground and pound.
Is falling into Garcia's guard. See, nice ground and pound. Garcia, what she's looking for here. She mentioned, Garcia said, wherever the fight goes, she's comfortable. So I feel like here she should try to look for getting back up.
This is a very good camera angle of what we are seeing. And of course the attempts of the ground and pound, this time by Goldie.
Yeah, Goldie having really good base here, connecting with some good ground and pound. Garcia needs to be careful there. She has go for a heel hook, Hannah.
She has to be careful because of what happened earlier tonight before we went on live, how a fight was stopped because limited ground and pound what we saw, but they stopped it here. The commission did.
Right. Good posturing from Hannah here. Throwing some ground and pound. She looks like she has really good base, really strong position.
We're here in round number 1 of this 3-round contest between these two women, Goldie and Garcia. We're coming up to a minute left to go here in round number 1.
Looking for that arm, Tayde Garcia looking for that arm, but really good defense from Goldie.
If we're talking about the domination and the positive play here in round number 1, it's all Goldie as she grounds and pounds, or at least attempts to do so in a positive way.
Yes, she's controlling her really well here. She's looking for the armbar here, Goldie, in the last seconds of the fight. Let's see if she can secure that. Looking for transition to the triangle here. Nice transition here, but Garcia has her arm in, but now she's going into like omoplata, could be a straight armbar here with this, straight armbar. Nice transitions.
Would be enough time? Let's see, not enough time.
Saved by the bell.
Saved by the bell. See some young fans here. All about Tayde, the gorilla.
So I hear the coach saying she needs to get busier. He's telling Garcia she needs to get busier, which I agree.
One thing that I think in reference to Tayde, how she can turn this fight around, is going to happen with her striking, because Hannah is not moving very much. Her head is very straight. And if she goes ahead and takes advantage of that, she could end up having round 2 as her friend.
Yes, and Hannah looks so much stronger. She looks like she's controlling her. Once it goes to the ground, I don't see Garcia being able to do anything. So I agree with you, Ronnie. I think that she should keep this fight standing.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all ends up. This is, of course, Lakeland, Florida. You are watching the XFC, the place to be here at the RP Funding Center. Getting ready for round number 2. Let's see exactly what happens if we have a rejuvenated young Tayde Garcia, who by most accounts lost round number 1.
Nice high kick from Hannah.
The crowd erupts, but Tayde recovers fast, slipping the next punch and counter with a thudding body shot that sinks into Hannah's ribs. The first few minutes are a blur of movement, strategy, and sheer grit. Hannah's compact frame moves like a coiled spring, her punches short and powerful. While Tayde uses her reach to snipe from the outside, her strikes longer, more fluid. Every combination is met with a counter. Every attempt to gain dominance is met with stubborn resistance. Neither is willing to concede an inch. Midway through the first round, Hannah backs Tayde into the cage with a series of hooks and uppercuts. Tayde absorbs the shots, clinches, and turns Hannah into the fence. They battle for underhooks, exchanging knees, breasts ragged, sweat already glistening. Tayde lands a sharp elbow over the top that opens a small cut above Hannah's eyebrow. Blood trickles down, but Hannah doesn't flinch. If anything, it fuels her. They break, and Hannah surges forward again. She lands a right hand that staggers Tayde. The crowd roars, sensing a finish.
Good body control here. Yeah, this is a really frustrating position, and good takedown from Hannah. Looks super smooth.
What would be your strategy right now, or what would you be doing, or what would you be telling your fighter to do if they were in that position that Hannah currently holds?
Well, you know, Hannah, she's doing a really good job, and right now you can see Garcia trying to defend, and she needs to watch out. What Garcia needs to do is try to scoot out.
Oh, that ground and pound is coming, and she's becoming extremely aggressive, and it's almost getting to the point that she has nowhere to go.
Great elbows, great ground and pound from Hannah. She has a high mount here. She can, you know, attack the triangle from mount. She can attack the arm bar. I mean, you know, she could finish the fight here if she wanted to. If I was in the corner of Hannah, I would say rain ground and pound.
So I must ask, she talked to you and she talked about her future and what this opportunity means in the XFC. We're seeing her demonstrate this because she is doing it with a ferocious approach that says, I am not done yet. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you see Garcia, you know, she is doing her best as well. What Garcia needs to do here is use that cage to try to get up, try to get out of this position. It's a really hard position to get out of the mount, especially with someone as strong as Hannah. She has her base really low. She has to hip escape, and you're gonna have to, you know, take some punches here to get out of this position. But, you know, Hannah has a lot of pressure here on the mount position. You know, high arms here. She can finish with straight arm bar, or, you know, she can finish even with ground pound, with ground and pound.
She is getting instructions from her corner, and there's very little she can do. And I'm talking of Tayde Garcia.
Yeah, and like I said, Hannah looks so strong here. She has a really good base. She's low in that mount position. Looks like she's, you know, Garcia's bleeding out of her nose from those elbows or that ground and pound that Hannah's been raining down on her. Hannah here looking for that arm triangle. Beautiful. Good composure here from Hannah. Oh, this could be the end of the fight. I mean, we still have a minute left, but she's looking for the arm triangle here. Beautiful. Beautiful from Hannah.
More pressure applied here. There could be a tap out coming our way.
And no, Garcia gets out of that. Great work. She's trying using the cage, but it's hard because Hannah has a good low base.
And the accumulation of punches. You can see the blood starting to spew from the face of Garcia.
Yeah, there's nothing Garcia can do now. You know, I think she's right now is just defense, and here
Hannah unleashes a barrage. Left, right, uppercut, kick to the body. But Tayde shows heart, her guard tight, her footwork retreating just enough to survive the storm. The bell rings and both women return to their corners, breathing heavy, chests rising and falling like waves crashing on the shore. Round 2 opens with renewed intensity. Tayde, perhaps aware she narrowly escaped a stoppage, starts strong, peppering Hannah with jabs and moving laterally. She lands a stiff kick to the thigh that causes Hannah to wince, but the muscular fighter pushes through, charging forward with a looping overhand right. It misses, but she closes the distance and clinches again, pressing Tayde into the cage. The two exchange more knees and short punches and close, their bodies grinding against the fence, the sound of impact echoing.
And that's her son. A victory for him to see, but a victory for her. Tossed aside by the UFC, embraced by the XFC. She says, this is my second journey to a championship destiny, and it could be all for her. And now she awaits her son as they pick up, and they have that moment that she's been wanting to have with him for quite some time, that he can enjoy it at his age.
So beautiful. That's great. And for Hannah, I mean, this is an important fight. This is a huge fight for her. This victory, it's breaking that cycle, you know, that she had, and it's just such a great moment for her. Congratulations to her.
It has been one of those nights where dreams do come true. Promises are out. But now let's get to Ryan Nico, who has the final word on the winner tonight.
All right, fight fans, let's clap it up for both warriors for entering the cage this evening. And at this time, our referee in charge, Mr. Larry Folsom, calls the bout to a halt at 4 minutes and 58 seconds in round number 2. Your winner by armbar submission, Hannah 25K Goldy.
There it is. She's a winner by submission by tap out. Her new record is now 7-4. And Johnny LaQuaso is standing by to talk to the winner as she has her son.
You showed a little bit of everything. You dominated control time, precise strikes, and of course, the submission victory. And this little man right next by your side, exactly what you wanted.
Honestly, my goal tonight was just to show that I'm well-rounded, and I just wanted to put it together tonight. It's been really hard for me to do that in the UFC, and I've said over and over again, I'm grateful for being released so that I could get better, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna keep getting better.